You ever just try to make something perfect, and it just like completely backfires?
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure everyone listening has been there.
definitely.
I tried to make sourdough bread once to impress some friends.
Oh, nice.
It did not go well.
Uh-oh.
Yeast has a mind of its own. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about those flops?
What's that?
They can actually lead to something way better.
That's so true. And that's what we're talking about today, turning setbacks into success.
Absolutely.
We're diving into Subhasis Ghosh's book, Achieving Success by Failing More.
Great book.
I'm excited to hear your take on it.
Yeah, me too. And I think what's so interesting about Subbasis's story is his perspective.
Yeah.
He doesn't look at failure as the opposite of success.
Okay.
He sees it as like a key part of it.
Interesting.
He actually calls failure stepping stones.
Stepping stones. I like that.
Yeah.
But what does it really mean to fail well?
Right.
How can we actually use those mistakes to our advantage?
It's like a feedback loop. You try something, it doesn't work out exactly how you planned,
Yeah.
but then you use what you learned to change your approach for next time.
So it's about getting better each time.
Exactly.
Not avoiding failing altogether,
Right.
but using it to push ourselves forward.
Exactly. And Subhasis's journey is a perfect example of this.
Oh, how so?
He talks about his time at this military college in India,
Okay.
the Rashtriya Indian Military College.
Got it.
And get this, he entered at the very bottom of the merit list.
Wow, starting at the bottom.
Yeah,
That must have been tough.
you'd think so, right? But instead of letting that define him,
Yeah.
he used it as motivation.
I love that.
Through hard work and determination, he ended up becoming a top student and a leader.
That's incredible to go from last to first.
Right.
There's a big lesson there for all of us.
Huge.
To not let those early setbacks stop us.
It really makes you think, what seemingly impossible goals have we all overcome?
I love that question. What about you?
Oh, man, so many.
Okay, we'll save that for another time.
Another time for sure. But, this idea of bouncing back from challenges,
Yeah.
it leads us to another one of Subhasis's ideas,
Yeah.
the F-fit attitude. Done right.
Okay, now that sounds interesting and maybe a little counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Isn't the point to not give up?
It's not about giving up.
Okay.
It's about detaching from the outcome after you've put in your best work.
Mm.
It's like saying, hey, I did everything I could. Now it's up to the universe.
So accepting what happens.
Exactly. And finding freedom in that.
Letting go of control.
Exactly. And this actually lines up with some ideas from Stoic philosophy,
I was just thinking that.
which emphasizes focusing on what we can control.
Our actions.
Right. And accepting what we can't.
That's a powerful concept, especially in our world today.
It is.
With hustle culture and pressure to succeed.
Yeah. It's about finding a balance.
Between striving for excellence,
Yes.
but accepting that sometimes things won't go our way.
Right. And that's okay.
And sometimes in that acceptance, maybe we find something even better.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
But, Subhasis's story takes another turn.
Oh, tell me about it.
He decides to leave his secure government job.
Really? He was with the Indian Air Force, right?
He was.
So why do you leave?
To become an entrepreneur.
Now that's a big leap.
It was.
How much did he have saved up when he did that?
Only about $9,000.
Wow. Talk about a risk.
A calculated risk.
For sure. But he didn't just jump in blindly, right?
Definitely not. He took steps to get ready.
Like what?
He invested in learning new skills, specifically SAP training.
Oh, wow.
And this is all before he even left his job.
So he could hit the ground running.
Exactly. He had a way to earn money right away.
So having a plan, being adaptable,
Yeah.
acquiring in-demand skills,
Yes.
those are such important lessons for anyone thinking about a career change.
Absolutely. Or venturing into entrepreneurship.
It's about taking that leap of faith,
Yes.
but also having the tools to deal with the unknown.
You got it. And this is where his advice gets really useful for entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
Or anyone thinking about starting a business.
Right.
He's got some great tips in the book to help with the ups and downs of it all.
I'm ready. What are some of his top tips?
One big thing is keeping costs down, minimizing overhead.
Makes sense.
He talks about using virtual offices instead of renting a fancy space.
Yeah, co-working spaces too.
Exactly, and being strategic about meetings.
Yeah, like not having unnecessary ones.
Right, just watching where your money goes, especially early on.
Yeah, for sure. What else?
He also talks about using crowdsourcing to solve problems,
Oh, interesting.
tapping into the collective intelligence of a group.
So many brains are better than one.
Exactly, and you get more efficient and creative solutions that way.
It's like realizing you don't have to have all the answers yourself.
Right, and sometimes those answers come from the most unexpected places.
I love that. Okay, what else?
And then his last big one, and this is important, is focus.
Focus. Yeah.
Not trying to do a million things at once.
Oh, man, I am so guilty of that.
I think we all are. But he says to pick one thing and give it your all.
Until you succeed?
Exactly.
It's so easy to get distracted by shiny new ideas.
It is.
Hmm.
But focusing on one thing can make such a difference in your progress.
Right. It's like you only have so much energy.
And time.
So if you spread yourself too thin, nothing gets done well.
Exactly. It's like trying to use a dim flashlight.
Instead of a laser beam.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, that's a good analogy. I need to remember that one.
Me too. But, this idea of focus, it connects with another surprising piece of advice from Subhasis.
Okay, what's that?
Taking breaks.
Wait, what? I thought we're supposed to be hustling all the time.
That's what we're told,
Yeah.
right? But he actually says that breaks helped him succeed.
Interesting.
He says detaching from work helped him come back refreshed and focused.
So it's not about being lazy.
Not at all.
It's about taking care of yourself so you can do your best work.
Right. It's about recognizing that success isn't just about pushing yourself to the limit 24/7.
It's about finding a sustainable pace.
Exactly one that lets you thrive both at work and in your personal life.
So much of what we've talked about today, it just seems like he's really challenging the traditional ideas of success.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest takeaways for me was his idea about failing early and failing often.
Yeah, that's not what we usually hear, is it?
Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it, each time we fail, we learn something.
Oh, I get more experience.
Right. And that helps us adjust and get to our goals faster.
So it's not about never messing up. It's about seeing those failures as part of the process.
Exactly. The more we're okay with failing, the more likely we are to succeed eventually.
It makes you think, what's one thing you used to see as a failure, but now looking back,
Yeah.
you realize it helped you get to where you are.
Oh, so many.
Oh, I bet. But Subhasis's whole approach to success,
Yeah,
it shows how important our mindset is.
it really does.
It's not just what we achieve on the outside, but
Right.
how we deal with challenges on the inside.
Being resilient and coming out stronger on the other side.
Yeah, and that's what makes this whole deep dive so valuable.
Absolutely.
It's not just about learning from Subhasis
It's about using those lessons in our own lives.
and figuring out our own way to succeed.
That's it. And as you're on your own journey, just remember to embrace those stepping stones along the way.
Even when they don't look so pretty.
They're still leading you toward where you want to go.
And who knows, maybe those stumbles and setbacks will turn out to be the best lessons.
I think so.
It's been so great talking about this with you today.
Yeah, this was a good one. Thanks for having me.
And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.